Hey, I am so glad you're here. I so appreciate you taking the time, taking the space out of your busy day to come here and listen to me and be here with me. So I really, really appreciate you. Today, I really wanted to go over what I call the 5Gs and how they can bring joy to your every single day. I really feel like we deserve to have joy every day. You deserve to have joy every day. And these are 5 ways that I have been able to incorporate it every day, even in my really hard days. So I will say when I was getting ready to do this, Darcy Elizabeth asked me if I would do this. I'm like, yes, I would love to talk about my 5Gs. The universe said, hang on, let's teach you a lesson. You know how the universe likes to do that. So I would have to say the last week has been really hard, but I can also guarantee you that these 5Gs help you out of dark places and help you find joy every day because the universe said, you better make sure. And oh my gosh, I made sure. So I want to share my screen with you because I am so good at Canva. Not, but I wanted to share it with you. Present, present. So I started over a year ago with my 4Gs. If I'll give you a brief introduction of who I am. So I am Amanda Fortin. Thank you for being here. I'm a high school teacher. I'm a stepmom. I'm a wife. I have two amazing, amazing dogs that just bring so much joy into my life. And I am also a Reiki master and a Reiki coach. I have been certified as a life and wellness coach. And I have been certified in level 1, 2, 3 in Reiki, and I've been able to combine these. So, about a year ago, I came up with these 4Gs because in my life, I have depression, I have Crohn's, I've had cancer, I've had, like we all do, we all have our stories. I have things that have been thrown at me. And I needed some steps and some ways to get out of those because at the time, this was quite a few years ago now. At the time, my husband and I were having issues and that still crops up from time to time because right, you're in a relationship with somebody who's not you. So we were having some issues, and I knew in order to make this relationship work and this family work and my life work, and I really wanted happiness back in my life. I was in a place where I wasn't finding happiness. I was feeling completely out of control. So I did a deep dive on self-development. It's a journey that I still take every single day. What I love about self-development is that it's not a cure-all, it's not a fix-all, but it does build your house layer by layer. So, when I'm learning all about these and trying to put them into place, the first time I have a fallback, I hit down hard, but not to the ground because I have a base layer. And from that lesson, I make another layer in my brick house. So the second time I might have a fallback, I'm falling a little bit less. And from that lesson, I can put another layer on. So, I have a pretty good sized brick house now, which means most of the time I have a pretty good bounce back rate. And that's what I want for you guys too. And what I found is that these 4Gs really helped me with that bounce back rate. They helped me take the steps every day I needed to find joy. I need to find joy every day. I really do. And I want that for you too. So I had four and I added another one because I was doing it every day and it started with G. I'm like, why is this not on there? So my 4+1 Gs are grace, grit, glee, gal gangs, and gratitude. So I'll start with grace. Grace is so key, right? It's just giving us ourselves acceptance and not judging ourselves. I find for myself, and maybe this is true for you, that I have such an easy time, um, accepting other people, not being judgmental to other people, giving them grace, but giving myself grace was really a hard practice. It was something that I had to practice every day, just like these 5Gs, right? So I had to practice it every day. So, for example, this last week, I told you the universe really threw me a fun one to make sure I was prepared for this. And so, grace for me one day really looked like I kept laying back down, like I was having a hard time getting out of bed. So, I would get up, I would do something, I would get tired, I'd lay back in bed. I would get up, I would do something, I'd lay back in bed. I knew that my body was like, wow, you have been full charge 120% for so long now, for so many weeks. You need to. And I could tell like my intestines were swollen, my body was swollen. I had not been taking care of myself. And even though this is like, this is what I preach, this is what I'm all about, it's so easy to get wrapped up in everybody else and what everybody else is doing. And you really have to come back to yourself and take care of yourself. And when you don't, your body and the universe will tell you. And that's what it was telling me the other day. So I took those times to lay in bed and cuddle with my dogs and say, I'm giving myself grace and I'm not going to judge myself for being lazy or not doing my shoulds or all of that. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to give myself some grace. And it doesn't have to always be that extreme on a day-to-day basis. It could be, I'm going to give myself grace and I'm not going to say yes to that PTA thing. I'm going to give myself grace and I am going to go take a 5-minute walk during lunch. So just finding those small little steps in the day that you can give yourself grace is so important. Grit, because you got to do it, right? It doesn't just happen. Self-development doesn't just happen. Manifesting doesn't just happen. Life doesn't just happen and you get to wish something. You have to put some grit into it. Um, so knowing, and you have it in you to do it. I know you do. You have it in you to do it. So, I told you about that first day where it hit me hard and I was taking naps and giving myself grace. The second day, I'm like, okay, today I'm getting up. And one of the things I did for grit was I got on my treadmill and I walked for a half an hour. The grace part is that I walked slow. I walked really, really slow. My body was tender. My soul was tender. I walked really slow. However, the grit part is that I did it. I got on there and I did it. And I walked for 30 minutes listening to podcasts, just trying to take care of myself. Sometimes that grit looks like showing up at a softball game early and taking a walk. It could look like actually putting in the work every single day to do these 5 Gs. It could be like reading that self-development book that you've always wanted to read. It could be signing up for that massage or that Reiki session that you know that you need. Just know that you have that grit inside of you. I definitely want you to know that. So the grit is really huge. The glee is the joy. And I do have a picture of Zeta looking out the window because she is one of my biggest joys, her and her sister Izzy. So glee is finding, like I have said, that true happiness every single day. I really want you to find it every single day. And it doesn't have to be like sunshines and rainbows, you know, 24/7. It's if you can find 5 minutes, that's huge. Sometimes that is so huge to find 5 minutes in your day. And I want that for you, even if it is just that 5 minutes. Because I know with my life and like how the universe just sent me, sometimes it's just 5 minutes. For me, these last couple days, going back to Zeta, it has been taking those 5 minutes to cuddle my dogs and letting them love me and just being around them. It has been being able to listen to a podcast and kind of get out of my own head brought me happiness. Taking a short walk with my dogs had brought me happiness. You see how the dogs keep playing into it? God, I love dogs. Um, so just finding those 5 minutes, maybe it's just stopping and watching the sunset. There is going to be, taking the time to put a little ritual out for a full moon can bring you happiness. What is something that we can just savor? What is a small victory, a small little part of joy that you can find every day? Um, and then the fourth G is gal gangs because they have repeatedly helped me so much in my life, including, Darcy Elizabeth had brought me into this world of online communities that has truly helped me. I have families that are my communities. I have friends that are communities. I have a picture down below of an event I put on and all these women showed up and they were my community. They are my community and they are so beautiful because gal gangs are there to lift us up. They're there to inspire us, to walk beside us, to hold on to our hands as we nurture ourselves. They're there to teach us. They're there to learn from us. They're there to communicate with us, to show compassion. You find the gal gang that doesn't bring you down, that doesn't leave you with a whole bunch of gossip and anxiety. You find the gal gangs that lift you up, inspire you, and that they want to grow too. So the other day, I reached out to a group of my friends and I said, I've lost myself. I have lost myself. Please help me find myself. And boom, boom, boom. I had friends being like, hey, want to go for a ride tomorrow night? Hey, you want to go do this? Hey, I'm here for you. Give me a call. Like that's all I needed to do was to reach out. And that can be really, really hard. Um, but it can be so worthwhile. Last night I went for a ride with my friend. She had to go pick up some stuff a couple towns over. We talked, we had compassion for each other. It made me feel like I wasn't alone and lost in this world, and it helped me get one step closer to just being in the right mindset. So gal gangs are so, so important. The plus one that I've added on is gratitude. Because like I said, it's something that I try to do every day. And a gratitude practice, right? You've heard of a gratitude practice. I can tell you the two ways that I do it. In the morning, while I'm getting ready, while I'm brushing my teeth, I light Palo Santo, but you don't necessarily have to. But just when you're getting ready in the morning, I have a little sticky and it says 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I'm excited for, 3 things I'm manifesting, and 1 well wish. And I did get this from somebody else, but I have it on my mirror and I do it every day. And then I also try to write in a journal. I'm not as great as that, but I try to do it almost every day. And in there is a gratitude practice too. What are you grateful for? Now, why this is important, because when you are thinking about things that you're grateful for, and I don't want you to be like this, you can, but it won't work as well. Like I am grateful for watching my favorite show tonight. I am grateful for my dogs, and I'm grateful for a ham sandwich that I had. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, move on. I did my grateful practice. What I would love you to do is be like, oh, I am so excited for that TV show I get to watch tonight. It ended, with a cliffhanger, and I'm going to make popcorn and I'm going to get in my PJs and I'm going to watch that show. And oh, I'm so excited. And oh, my dogs, I'm so grateful for them. They came and they cuddled me and they looked at me with their cute little faces. And they just have so much love for me and they don't talk, which is amazing. And God, I just love my dogs. And I kind of forgot what the third one was, but we'll go back to it. So just really like thinking about and feeling it in you what you're grateful for. And when you do that, it actually changes part of your brain. And now your brain is like, "Ooh, that was actually really nice. I would like to find that more often. Let me search for the things that make me feel good like that." So when you start truly feeling grateful for the abundance that is already here in your life, your brain will start scanning for more abundance and more gratefulness in your life. And then it will come in your life. It's like this amazing scientific magical trick. So I definitely would love you to try gratitude every day. And like I had 2 examples, you can have a million examples. Maybe like on your car ride, you have a sticky that says, "What are you grateful for today?" And on your car ride to work, you can think of 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's while you're brushing your teeth at night. Like there's so many ways you can incorporate it. I totally absolutely think you should. I just think that this journey is so worthwhile that we're on. I think is so special and we're so lucky that we get to be on this journey. And I also think that we need help on this journey. I think we need to grab each other's hands. We need to help each other. We need to be able to know how to make this a little easier because it can be hard. It's so worthwhile, but so hard. So this is me offering my hand to you, saying these are 5 things that I incorporate every day. And they aren't like huge parts of my day, to be honest with you. They're just like little things that I'm like, wait, have I done this today? Have I given myself grace today? Or can I give myself grace? Like in a situation, how can I give myself grace today? And how can I get it done? How can I find joy in it? And do I need my friends? Do I need my call friends, my call gal gang? and how can I be grateful for it? So those every single day can help you, and I can tell you they can help you out of really dark places because here I am a couple days later with a smile on my face, right? So, how do I wanted to take a couple because all five of these are incorporated into my coaching program along with my Reiki, where you get certified Reiki 1 and 2. So it's a 12-week program. But I also wanted to bring a couple of them to you just as examples of what you could do and the low tox life. So low tox life is just being more aware, or this is what it is for me. It's being more aware of what you are using, what you are digesting, and what you're putting into your body. So for me, it could be like, washing my fruit and lettuces down. It could be watching what I put on for lotion and deodorant because that sinks right into your body. It can be making sure that my laundry detergent is um low tox. That way, while I am sleeping and while my animals are sleeping, it's not seeping into us because anything that is around us, our clothes, our lotions, all that, if they have toxins in them, they can slowly start sinking into our body, which then, they're toxins. So that's not good. And they can slowly start shifting our hormones and our cells and just slowly start shifting our body in very negative ways and very harmful ways. Now, I am not about a tox-free life. I wish I was, but I am so not at that point. Just not there. But I am at a low tox where I do my best, right? I feel like that's what life is about. I do my best. There's so many products out there nowadays that are affordable, that are also cruelty-free, which is another big one for me, and that are low or no tox. There's so many, and they're affordable now. So Hue and Grace is a company that I go through for some of my stuff, and then there are so many others. So I just want you to go out there and look at them. Um, so let's start with Glee, with joy and Low Tox Life. So there are so many things that we could do for happiness and joy in our life, and I want to walk you through a little visualization, easy for me to say, that you could actually do this practice if you're having a really bad day at work, if you are in a family situation where you are really getting stressed out. There's any point where you could just step away, maybe like lower down, so or just use your absolute imagination if you can't shut your eyes and go through this. So first, it kind of starts about thinking about those things that do bring us joy in our life. So I want you to take a couple minutes, pause this after I'm done talking, and then we can come back on after you have like 3 to 5 things that bring us joy. And that, might be walking your dog, that might be watching a sunset, it might be baking, it might be cooking, it might be watching a movie, whatever like brings you joy. List 3 to 5 of those things. Now you can hit pause. Okay. If you have listed those and unpaused, I want you to pick one of those. The one that when you look at it, kind of in your body, you can feel like, yeah, yeah, that's the one. Pick that one. And I want you to join me for this little guided meditation visualization that you can do anytime yourself. So I want you to start with, you don't have to be laying down, sitting is fine, making sure your feet touch the floor so that you are grounded, I think is really important. So for me, because I'm short, that means I always have to lower my chair a little bit. So just make sure your feet are on the floor and you're grounded. And let's just start by taking 3 deep breaths together. So breathing in and holding and out. Breathing in and feeling that oxygen go through your whole body, filling you up, and then holding. And then just letting that breath out and breathing in and holding and breathing out. And keep breathing in and out as slow as you can. Feel your nervous system relaxing, your body relaxing. Everything get a little bit calmer from just breathing and being grounded. And now I want you to pick That one thing that when you looked at it, your body said, yes, that's going to bring me joy. And I want you to put that in the middle of your head, in the middle of your mind. And I want you to think about what you are wearing while you are doing this. So, do you have running clothes on? Do you have an apron on because you're cooking? Do you have comfy sweatshirt on because you're comfortable? Do you have a bathing suit on because you are by the pool? What are you wearing right now while you are doing this act of joy? And I want you to let me know, what are you hearing while you're doing this? You hearing your kids laugh in the background? Are you hearing waves? Are you hearing birds? What are the things that you're hearing? And now I want you to think about, what are you smelling? Are you smelling some garlic or maybe some brown sugar? Are you smelling the salt from the waves? Are you smelling nature and flowers, cut grass? What are you smelling? And now I want you to think about, what are you tasting? Are you tasting the salt on your tongue? Are you tasting the popcorn that you're eating? Are you tasting nature, earthiness? What are you tasting? And when you look around, what are you seeing? Are you seeing your kids or your friends nearby? Just seeing a big blue open ocean? Are you seeing your favorite TV show? Are you seeing trees? What are you seeing? And now I want you just to take all of those senses and like just feel them right in your heart chakra, right in the middle of your chest. How do all these feelings, these five senses, how do they feel in your body? Do they put maybe a little smile on your face right now? Are they making you feel a little calmer, a little happier? Just want you to breathe into that. Maybe even put your hands on your heart and breathe in. Amazing. Amazing. And now I just want love to know, like, this took a couple minutes just to walk through that really quickly. So again, this is something that you could do when you're feeling stressed out at work. Can you remove yourself for a couple of minutes? If your kids are driving you bonkers, can you go outside for a couple of minutes? Like, where could you remove yourself and take a couple minutes to bring your nervous system into this relaxed state and breathe and picture something joyful? I hope it brought a smile on your face. I hope this is a tool that you can try, see if it works. I would love that. And how does joy help a low tox life? Like, how does it combine? Well, I can tell you that it brings me joy and peace knowing that I'm not putting those things into my life or my pet's life or my kid's life. Um, Another part of it is that, I told you my intestines were really crazy because when you get stressed out, your body inflames. And I have been drinking this hydrate and detox. Again, put it up as close as possible. There we go. Through Hue and Grace. Just, it is a a non-toxic drink, then I'm also getting my water and I'm getting all the good things from there. And it's just helping my hormones and my body regulate again. And that makes me happy because when my body is sore and when my body's not doing good, it's so much harder to find happiness because you're like, or that's how I feel, like all cramped up. So that has really, really helped me a lot. Um, my body, my mind, my soul, and it brings me happiness. Um, so happiness is a good thing. Let's go on to gal gangs. So I want you to take a couple minutes to think about the gal gangs you have in your life. So, I mean, maybe like I said, this is a group of friends. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's an online community. Maybe it's my community, which would make me so happy. And what are some feelings that they bring up? And I really hope, again, if they are bringing up anxiety or stress, maybe that's not the gal gang for you. Maybe it's time to step away a little bit. But hopefully they are bringing you like, oh, they make me laugh. They lift me up. They answer my questions. They fill my soul up. They are so, so good. And I have to tell you that Darcy's, her low tox babes, it is such a worthwhile one to be in. I have myself that is called Nutri Yourself. It's an amazing community. So these are two communities that you could definitely get into. But with a low tox life, Darcy's is amazing because we are talking about hue and grace, but we're also talking about all the ways to be low tox and how those can help us. And oh wow, I found this product that works really great. Maybe it worked really great for you. I think, we are so busy and we need other moms to talk to. And sometimes we can't just like phone a friend. And sometimes if we phone a friend, we don't want to talk about low talk stuff. And or, a half an hour later, we haven't even gotten to it. So this is a great way to like drop into either of ours, but definitely hers with a low tox life and be like, I have a question about this. Or is this product working? Or, my kid has a rash. Anybody have, some suggestions on what could work instead of what I'm using? So I think that, finding your gangs, and please don't just have one gang, have multiple gangs, have multiple gangs. And the one that Darcy has is truly amazing. She is such a great person to have in your life. So that is the gal gangs. I think that's my last slide. So I am going to stop sharing. And I am just going to say, I hope that all, but maybe even a one of these 5Gs kind of resonated with you. They helped you. It's something that you can maybe try at home. Definitely jump in my gal gang. Definitely jump in her gal gang. It's all about low tox, which is just so key. Like, especially as women, our hormones change all the time. So just when you think you're like, oh yeah, I'm right there. Got it. Guess what? We age or something else happen and the hormones shift all over again. So it's so nice to have this group to be able to share with each other and to give suggestions and hints and all that good stuff. So thank you so much. I always appreciate you. Um, please reach out. This for me is definitely a journey about grabbing my hand, grabbing each other's hands, and taking this journey together, being the woman who choose ourselves because we know we have to choose ourselves and nurture ourselves before we can give that to anybody else, or else we get too depleted too quick and we can't find that joy in life. And I'm all about finding that joy in life. So, thank you again, and I love you.